Sunday. I think in your 4 games in charge of this club, you've unbeaten against now Guardiola, Tuchel, Emery and Arteta. That has to give you confidence going into a game like Sunday,
I'll be honest with you, I think the confidence I'm taking going into the game is what we've seen since I've been here, between me and my staff, in terms of the game itself, training, how the boys have gone about it. That's, games from 3 or 4 years ago is it's done, it's in the past. So as much as the experience helps you in certain moments, I think it's a totally different game on Sunday, and 2 teams going into it looking forward to it in good shape.
Samuel? Hi Michael. I think the last time the team won at Arsenal, Ole was in charge. Obviously you're close with him and he was up for the job as well. Have you actually spoken to him since you came in?
Yeah, I spoke to him. I'm close, so we've been through a lot together, so he's been fully supportive, and as you'd expect, he's some man, and I respect him an awful lot, so he wished us all the best, and he was happy that we got the right result.
Would you pick his brains at all, anything, or does he keep a respectful distance there?
No, I think friendships, you have conversations, and I've got a lot of friends in places that I can kind of pick on if I need to be, and I'm not one that bothers a lot of people, to be honest, but he's certainly there if ever I need him.
Jim?
Michael, you took the game to Manchester City. Obviously, really proactive. At Arsenal, can you play the same, or do you need to be a little bit more passive, a bit more reactive, or can you go toe to toe with them like you did against them?
I think it's just it's playing to what we feel the game needs, really. I think, we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, they're a good team, and City's a good team, and attacking wise, they've got different ways of I think that. The whole good width, they attack the box and kind of cover the width of the box very well. They ask questions with different ways of entering the box, down the sides, opposite side crosses. They're very well organised, they're kind of well drilled, you can see that. So I thought we defend the box when we had to, particularly well last week. We didn't have to defend the box maybe as long as maybe people expected. I think we kept the game in good places for what we wanted to, and credit to the boys for that. Every game's different. There's an element of that. It's never the same. Even you come on in at half time and you've had a good performance for 45 minutes, and I'm never one that likes to just go same again, because it's never ever the same again. You kind of got to build on it. So it won't be kind of copy and paste. I think there's new elements that need to come into it. We need to be ready. We need to be at our best. And if we're at our best and we're there, we feel we've got a good chance.
Stephen, last question for James.
Hi Michael, pardon me. Patrick Dorgu's been very good over the last few weeks. Do you think his long-term future lies on the wing instead of a traditional fullback? He seems to be enjoying himself a bit further forward.
Yeah, I think he can do both. To be honest, Pat, I think he was immense last week. And his work rate and the way he played the position, but the constant threat, and the goal is the obvious one. But I think just his general play was something we were really pleased about. And I wouldn't want to pin him down. To be honest, I think he can do both. But certainly attacking wise and that threat, he was pretty impressive last week.
James.
Michael, obviously Casemiro, as mentioned, is going at the end of the season. I think deep in midfield is an area that the club will very much look to reinforce in the summer. It's not something you get to the end of the season like, who we're going to sign. It's obviously a progressive thing. Is your opinions going to be canvassed over the coming months about the identity of possible midfielders? And obviously you've been a season ticket holder, you've watched the club for years. A lot of fans feel that the team has missed a Carrick style midfielder. Is that
Probably weren't saying that when I was playing, though, weren't I?
So just those two questions really. You're going to be involved in that process. And your feelings on maybe what type of midfielder.
Yeah, listen, I'm certainly in this position to do that, and as I said, I think making decisions for the club moving forward, whatever that may be, that's I'm fully committed to that. Naturally, as a midfielder, then there's there's a big tendency towards that anyway. But taking that away from it, and now being where I am in the position I am, certainly will be part of those conversations and moving forward, because it's important we get the next steps right, you know, in terms of moving forward as a team and as a squad and putting the right things in place. So yeah, I'll be part of that in the right way.